Science fiction ships are among the most important elements in any franchise, from the Star Destroyers of Star Wars to the cathedral ships of Warhammer 40k, the Covenant vessels of Halo, the Borg cubes of Star Trek, and many more. These ships are fundamental to their universes, often because a large portion of the action and story takes place aboard or around them. In this video we'll look at the ships of the Asurans, the Replicators, from the Pegasus galaxy in Stargate Atlantis. In the original TV series only 3 main models appear: the Jumper, the Corvette, and the Aurora-class battleship. That's it. Asuran vessels are essentially imitations of their creators, the Ancients, also called Lanteans. They closely match ancient technology, weaponry, and armor, with a few important exceptions. The Asurans copied whatever ancient tech they could find or recover, but they rarely innovated or improved upon it, particularly in military applications. As a result, their fleets don't field the same volume of the most potent weapon systems, notably drone swarms, nor do they always have shields on the same scale as the Ancients. In short, their development plateaued in certain areas. Because the series only shows 3 ship models, today we'll expand that scope by examining the Asuran ships as represented in the Stargate Pegasus Chronicles mod. I could have used the race's mod for Sins of a Solar Empire, but I'm not as comfortable with that game mod, and many ships there lack detailed descriptions. So, let's get started. Before we begin, let's recap the role of each class of small ship in case anyone forgot. Fighters, fighter craft. Their primary role is escort, protecting larger ships, and engaging other fighters and bombers in direct combat. They are the workhorses of dogfights and point defense. Bombers, designed to carry out focused attacks against large targets such as cruisers, capital ships, space stations, or for planetary bombardment. Bombers carry heavy ordnance, proton torpedoes, missiles, and other munitions, which makes them slower and more vulnerable, so they usually require fighter protection. Interceptors, the fastest small craft, optimized to take down enemy fighters, bombers, or other interceptors. Interceptors are essentially an evolution of the basic fighter, faster and tuned for air superiority, but with lighter armor, fragile and expensive, yet extremely useful. Drones, autonomous or semi-autonomous attack craft controlled remotely or by a central intelligence. They come in many varieties, from light fighters to heavy assault platforms. The Asuran fighter line. Battle drone. Asuran battle drones are modified derivatives of the Ancients' fighter designs. They operate as independent units controlled by an Asuran entity and are typically armed with a triple light laser cannon. Their primary mission is defense against enemy fighters and bombers. Built with planetary defense in mind, they usually form small combat squadrons. The battle drone was designed to keep neutronium consumption, reaction mass /fuel usage, as low as possible. It does not include an Ancient-style drone bay, but it is extremely agile, so much so that it can even transit a Stargate when necessary. Asuran Jumper. The Asuran Jumper is nearly identical to the Ancient model, with one notable difference: its controls can operate either manually or via the Asuran collective consciousness. These jumpers are fitted with enhanced shields and carry numerous drones. Like Ancient jumpers, Asuran jumpers can travel through a Stargate and can employ limited cloaking. Because of the sheer destructive potential of their drones, they can engage fighters and bombers effectively and, when operating in coordinated numbers, inflict significant damage on capital ships. Asuran Heavy Fighter. To match the newer fighter and bomber models fielded by the Wraith, the Asurans developed heavy fighters. These craft are armed with 4 heavy laser cannons and have a compact, geometric hull. They are not as nimble as battle drones and, being roughly twice the size of a jumper, they cannot transit a Stargate. They compensate for these limitations with improved armor and heavier weaponry capable of bringing down many enemy vessels. Asuran Heavy Bomber. The Asuran Heavy Bomber was developed in response to the resilient capital ships of the Wraith, which could shrug off smaller drone attacks. Equipped with upgraded drones, this heavy bomber can damage even the massive hulls of hive ships. The drones are stored in a rear bay and are launched through 2 top-mounted loaders. Due to its large payload and thick armored hull, the heavy bomber lacks the agility of battle drones or heavy fighters, but its destructive output against capital targets more than justifies the trade-off. Now we move on to the heavyweight classes, capital ships. These vessels come in a range of sizes and fulfill different strategic roles within a fleet depending on type and mission profile. Corvettes, small ships with light armament, designed for fast missions such as scouting, hit-and-run attacks, escort duty, or base defense. Frigates, multi-role escorts for patrol, convoy protection, reconnaissance, and fleet screening. Frigates combine speed with moderate firepower and can perform evasive maneuvers and rapid strikes. Destroyers, built to confront other capital ships of similar or slightly larger size. Destroyers strike a balance of armor, firepower, and systems versatility. Cruisers, larger vessels that can serve as command centers, troop transports, or frontline warships. Battleships, Asurans, massive platforms with enormous firepower and hangar capacity for attack craft. They typically serve as fleet flagships thanks to their heavy defenses and command facilities, and they operate escorted by cruisers and screens of smaller ships. If I've left out any classes, repair ships, carriers, support vessels, say the word and I'll add them in a separate breakdown. Asuran Corvette. The Asuran Corvette is an older design intended mainly to fight hostile fighters and bombers. True to its role, it features a high-performance engine and medium-strength shields. Its primary armament is a drone battery, a tandem of drones, supported by 3 small plasma pulse batteries as secondary weapons. Asuran Frigate. The Asuran Frigate is used to intercept corvettes and destroyers. It's equipped with powerful hyperimpulse and sublight engines and is very agile. Its slender profile allows for acrobatic maneuvers in combat. Instead of a traditional hangar, the frigate relies on a light drone launcher. It has moderate shields and a relatively thick hull, and is armed with a light drone launcher plus 4 medium laser batteries. Asuran Destroyer. Designed as an escort and strike vessel, the Asuran Destroyer is a medium-sized warship built to penetrate enemy territory quickly and achieve local superiority through surprise. It mounts 4 medium laser batteries, 2 light drone launchers, and moderate shields. A squadron of battle drones is usually stationed in its hangar. While not as agile as a corvette or frigate, the destroyer can outmaneuver larger battleships in most tactical engagements. Asuran Cruiser. The Asuran Cruiser is effectively a smaller variant of the Aurora-class warship with a more compact engine section. It carries 2 banks of light drones, 2 banks of heavy drones, and 4 medium plasma pulse batteries along its flanks. Its hangar typically houses a squadron of jumpers for anti-fighter duties. With strong shields and a dense hull, the cruiser is built for durability rather than speed or maneuverability. Aurora-class Asuran warship. Aurora-class warships are the backbone of an Asuran fleet. They are equipped with 4 banks of drones, 2 heavy plasma pulse batteries, efficient propulsion, and powerful shields. At least 1 ZPM usually provides the primary power source. Well protected by drone screens, Aurora-class ships are relatively immune to fighter and bomber threats. They can also deploy 2 squadrons of jumpers if required. Their large size, however, severely restricts maneuverability. Asuran Battleship, Asurans. The Asuran battleship represents the pinnacle of Asuran military and technological might, the largest and most powerful ship in their fleet. Fitted with the best and most sophisticated ancient technology they recovered, an Asuran battleship can be nearly twice the size of an Aurora-class vessel. While not as large as a Wraith Hive ship, it often surpasses those vessels in raw firepower, typically carrying 2 medium laser batteries, 4 heavy laser batteries, 2 light drone launchers and 4 heavy drone launchers as part of its devastating arsenal. Its shields, powered by 2 ZPMs, are comparable to those protecting Atlantis-class city ships. 4 squadrons of battle drones can be housed in its hangar. The ship's massive mass dramatically limits maneuverability, and the resources required to construct a single battleship make them extremely rare. That wraps up our tour of the replicators of the Pegasus Galaxy, the Asurans. They are a fascinating faction, but the TV series left some storylines and details underdeveloped. I won't spoil anything here. Personally, I'd have liked to see more character development and more variety in ship designs. Possible future videos, I might analyze related novels, dig deeper into ancient technology and how the Asurans adapted it, or do a comparative review of different mods, for example, the Races mod 4 Sins of a Solar Empire. Regarding the Stargate Pegasus Chronicles mod, I like how the faction plays, it tends to be fairly balanced and the ship designs are well executed. Also, make the Genii a playable faction, please. Thanks so much for your support, your comments, likes, and feedback mean a lot. The lore channel is growing bit by bit, and that makes me really happy. See you in the next video, goodbye.